Hello and welcome to my channel. I am San D1 and today I want to talk about why adults should watch Kamen Rider. Yes, you heard me right. But trust me, there's a real point here. Kamen Rider can be genuinely great for adults and not just kids. Not really for kids. Because Kamen Rider pretty much feels more like teenage vibes and late teens and younger adults. So that's the exact reason why I'm making this video, because it's not really for kids. So first of all, we need to know what Kamen Rider really is. Okay, Kamen Rider actually falls under the broader genre which is called Tokusatsu, and it consists of Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, and other Japanese superheroes which are not shown here. Okay, and also this image is just used for commentary purposes, so I need to make sure of that. Alright, now if you watch Power Rangers, the Western adaptation of Super Sentai, yes, the Power Rangers are basically Super Sentai Western adaptation. These are Super Sentai technically. And what are Kamen Riders? Well, they are mixed with them here, and they are technically called Tokusatsu, as you can already see here. And it's not really a team-based superhero like Super Sentai. No, Kamen Rider is not like that. It's basically like individual heroes, which covers more deeper themes and more mature storytelling in comparison to Super Sentai. And let me be clear, it actually has more character development because of focus on single character. So yes, that's also another advantage it gives you. Now, Kamen Rider is not just for kids, as I already said, and that's because if you start with Kamen Rider Ichigo, you will see that it's technically targeted at teens or older teens and even younger adults. Because if you start watching Ichigo, you will see a lot of deaths in almost every episode. You'll find the consequences to be pretty realistic. The monster designs are pretty good, and let me just say it's terrifying. Yeah, the graphics may not be that good, but the monster designs and the way they try to make it, yeah, it does look scarier depending on the abilities. It's not really the suit design, but the type of abilities, the serious consequences they have, they just do it. Another thing is that there is this violence which actually is not animated. Because it's not anime, it's basically showing everything like a movie, kind of, but with episodes. Yeah, that's how I can describe it. And yes, for that reason the violence and some scenes could look a bit graphic. Yeah, though definitely they don't really, but yes, every fight scene has blood. That's the exact reason why I call it a bit realistic, and it will definitely feel even more the more you watch. The struggles especially are pretty realistic. And the reason is that, another thing is that Power Rangers generally focus on kids. It's meant to be kid friendly so that they can sell toys. And for that reason, you will find it to be pretty much easier for kids to watch and pretty much with performance. It mostly feels like performance. But Kamen Rider doesn't really feel like that. It feels more like it's really happening, and that's the exact feeling you will get while watching it. And everything feels pretty real. Okay, I said it a lot of times, but again, that's because it's mainly cared, and they care about passion and story, and they don't hesitate from going for darker themes, and that's the exact thing I respect about them. Because they don't fear, they don't really try to market, they try to get their best out. the way they can do, not trying to force anything. And that's the exact thing why I feel it looks realistic. Okay, I don't really know if they do it with passion, but if you look at it, you will obviously get to know that it's really passionate. So yeah, it doesn't really feel like performance, that's all I can say. Now, let's move on. Okay, another thing is that compared to many Western superhero shows, Kamen Rider often feels more grounded. Yeah, I mean, if you watch it, you will find the character suffers burdens and Rider deals with trauma. There are some personal stakes, you'll find politics, consequences. It feels pretty real world, like it will feel like it's really happening in our world, which I feel it reflects it better than Power Rangers or any other series like this. I mean, I'm not talking about the Western superhero series, not really that, but compared to Power Rangers, I'm telling. So yes, it actually has got that exact feeling. It feels serious. That's the thing. In the Showa era, you will find the realism to be far more stronger. And in the Heisei era, I mean specifically the earlier Heisei, you'll find complex plots, some mystery elements, and emotional depth that can feel like watching a thriller. Like yeah, you'll feel like you are really watching it, and that's right. That's why I feel it would be a bit tougher to digest for younger audiences. I mean, you will need some brain power for watching it. I mean, specifically the first 3 Heisei series. The other ones are easier to digest in comparison. I technically found Kuga and Agito the hardest to digest. The others were still easier and more manageable. But yeah, for rewatching, I feel you will be able to get it. So anyways, now even Deno, Kamen Rider Deno is technically the only one I feel is kid friendly. But still it also has its share of darker themes. Alright. Another thing is that it's pretty binge friendly. I mean, very binge friendly when I say it. Like, for me, when I started watching it, I felt like watching more. Like, if you finish one series, I mean, Ichigo is a pretty long one, and once you start it, it's gonna be taking forever to finish. And once you do, you will definitely feel like checking out the next one, and feel like yes, the adventure is continuing, and more and more and more. And that's how you can easily binge the entire series, given that you get the passion and interest to continue. And it works really, it really works. And let me just say, from entire Showa to entire Heisei up till Gotchard, I was able to complete it. So yeah, because it's engaging. The episode ends on stronger hooks. You'll feel like watching next. Yeah, that's the exact feeling you get. And the emotional payoffs are pretty satisfying. Because, you know, it focuses more on emotions, actions together. They balance it well. Though yes, I don't feel it would be the best in romance. But it's great in action, great in emotions, great in bonding. Okay, I feel for bonding, Super Sentai is better, but Kamen Rider does well in showing the personal struggles, burdens. It does really well in that. Bonding and friendship is good with Super Sentai. You will find it there. Yeah, it also has that, but it performs better in action. And, you know, some drama. Okay, everything you can find. Okay, another thing is that it appeals to anime fans. So before I got into anime, I watched Kamen Rider, and honestly, if you're an anime fan, Kamen Rider will feel pretty familiar. Because that's got similar emotional beats, Japanese storytelling style, dramatic transformations, and themes comparable to shonen actions. So it's gonna be making you feel relatable. I mean, When I started watching something like Naruto, specifically Dragon Ball, it felt relatable due to the Kamen Rider vibes, technically. Because yeah, specifically I'm talking about, yeah, Naruto also felt relatable, but I feel Dragon Ball would be the better example. Because it had got that fighting with superpowers, and Kamen Rider is kind of like that, but it's different. It's got transformation, and it's not really like aliens and all. Yeah, they fight aliens and all, but they're mostly humans. But yes, you will get the feeling pretty much. Especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan, I feel you can enjoy it pretty well. I mean, specifically if you like that kind of action sequences and all. Though you can't expect them to overpower everything. They're not as overpowered as them, but yeah, they definitely do. Then you also have got some seinen-like vibes in specific Kamen Rider shows like Kamen Rider Amazons and Black Sun. Okay. Now, if you want to know this, they are technically not really part of the Kamen Rider series, but they are like the spin-off or extras that kind of like the budget movies, you can say. And they are technically meant for adults, specifically. I mean, if you are an adult, definitely you can watch it. And it's not related to the series at all. And yes, it's pretty dark, it's even more realistic, and it's even more darker, even in comparison to Kamen Rider. And let me be clear, I'm telling the truth. Because once you start watching it, you should definitely have a pretty strong mind to handle all those stuff. Because yeah, it's as mature as a movie which is for 20 plus. And I'm not really kidding about it, it really is. Specifically if you watch Black Sun would really feel like such kind of movie. You will obviously hate the villains, they are so hateable. And the political designs are so realistic. So yeah, it's exactly got that. And now the thing that it has is also kind of relatable to darker animes. Yeah, now okay, as it has got multiple seasons, there are a variety of themes. There's a writer for every season, and every season has different themes. And some themes are something that you won't really find in anime even. Okay, I may not know every anime, but yes, there could be themes which may not be covered even in anime. For example, in Heisei and Gotchard has high school themes, which is also pretty common in animes. But again, you have Revice, R-E-V-I-C-E, which has got inner devil theme. Gits has got that game, the game thing. I mean, yeah, winning the game, and the game thing is pretty unique. Gaim and Shinji has got the rider battles, the killing each other until one survives thing. So these tropes and some other tropes in some other series, you won't really find it everywhere. That's also another one of the reasons, and you can only discover it if you start binging it. You'll find something unique in maybe one or two series here and there. Okay, another thing is that it's great for adults tired of Western media. I mean, yeah, if you are an adult who is already bored of watching the same thing over and over again, then yes, definitely you can give it a try, and you should. Because it will give you more emotion, more creativity, bolder story choices, unique transformations, real actors, real stunts, and weekly progression with deeper arcs. It's similar enough to feel familiar, but different enough to feel exciting. So yes, if you're an adult, don't hesitate to try Kamen Rider. Because it will give you something different, and it's definitely not gonna harm you, because even if you actually try to give it a try. When I'm in it, I'm in it. I myself am pretty big fan of anime. Not pretty big, but I do like anime. And for that reason I can say which Kamen you will basically like Kamen Rider if you give it a try. Most of you will. I can actually tell due to the themes. But again, it's all up to you. And also, I also created Celestic Warriors based on Kamen Rider plus Tokusatsu plus anime combination, meaning Kamen Rider plus anime. So anyways, hope you liked the video.